On episode 70, we're talking about Nike's attempt to break the 2-hour marathon, and what does that have to do with dentistry? Hey everybody, what's up and welcome to the 88 Show. This is the internet's only dental show where we're answering marketing's most important questions because that's what we do. And this is episode 70, and my name is Joshua Scott. I'm your host. Thanks so much for being here. Man, it's a kind of a bit of a gloomy Monday morning here at the 88 offices. Part of it's because of the rain outside. Part of it's because of the tough game to finals loss, Cleveland Cavs to the Golden State Warriors. Just feeling a little salty this morning, I'm not gonna lie. Almost didn't get up out of bed, just almost called the crew and said, I'm out for today. Do it yourself, go it alone. And then Jay Moore said, hey, we need you. We got episode 70 happening. So I rallied, I'm here, we're shooting episode 70. But man, that's just the state of things this morning in Ohio. But it's all good, we're coming back. June's topic of the month, new topic, 25 seconds away is the title of it. And we're talking about Nike's recent attempt to back and to break the 2-hour marathon barrier and their mission behind that and what that means to dentistry and to marketing. So we're gonna talk about that today. And then next episode on 71, we're gonna be talking about advancement in dentistry. And I think we've got a really special interview segment lined up, which we haven't done one of those for a long time. I think it's been like 2 years. Like we haven't done an interview with you. Yeah, so it's been at least a year and a half, 2 years since we've done an interview segment. I think that one's coming up. But let me kind of set the groundwork for this. Nike's attempt at breaking a 2-hour marathon, because it's kind of been perceived as one of these impossible human performance barriers. And they think they can do it, and they think they can do it now. And they did their first attempt, they launched their first attempt on May 6th in Monza, Italy. And they started with 3 runners, and there's definitely a bunch of advancement in technology in this, right? I mean, the Vapor Elite shoe that they're using has a spring plate mounted into the sole. So we know it's about, this part of it's about shoes, but Nike's also trying to control all of the variable elements in a race. And so fluids were delivered by moped next to the runners. So they just don't waste those tenths of seconds trying to get water from a water station. They picked the track in Monza, Italy because of its flatness, its length, their predictability in the weather patterns that time of year. They wanted that ideal 50-degree temperature outside for marathon running. And they created this diamond-shaped interchangeable pacing structure. So each runner would have a 6 runners around them that would create this diamond that would help them, and these runners would change in and out to help them maintain the pace and also create that kind of slipstream aerodynamic shape that would help them to run better. Now, in order to run a 2-hour marathon, your pace has to be 4 minutes and 35 seconds every single mile. The entire race. And so some of you who are runners, all of a sudden you're like, man, dang, that's fast. And some of you who may not be runners, let me just tell you, dang, that's fast. I mean, that is a quick pace. I don't know, I mean, if I had to go out and run 1 mile at that pace right now, like if my life depended on it, couldn't do it. I mean, I couldn't even run 1 mile at that pace, and these guys are trying to run 26.2. It's interesting. I don't even know. I mean, if I had to go out and run the fastest mile of my life right now, I don't know what that would be. I mean, probably be like 6.5, maybe a little bit less than that. That'd be super interesting to go try it, wouldn't it? Hey guys, we're here. This is New Albany High School track, 7:30 in the morning, still early. Football team's already out. I think they've been out here since like 4 a.m. or something. Got the cross country team down there as well warming up. So a little bit of people out here, but we're gonna make it work.
All right, Josh, you ready?
Ready?
All right. Runners on your mark. Get set. Go. So we are coming up on 1 minute and 8 seconds right here.
And that's where he would need to be.
That's where he would need to be on pace. So he is behind on lap 1.
So should we just stop now?
Nah, man, we'll tell him he's close. You're doing great! Right on time! Doing great. Only down by a few seconds. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. There it is, right there.
Come on. Come on.
I think he's dying.
Oh. Ah.
What are the odds he throws up? 6 minutes, 41 seconds.
What was it?
6 minutes, 41 seconds.
Oh, man. All right, so as you can see there, that just gives some maybe good contrast to what these guys are doing because it's insanely fast. I mean, it's like superhuman fast. And the fact is they can't get off that pace. If they do right from the start, they won't ever catch back up. And so it's got to be 4:35 right at the start. And so one of their runners at mile 20, he was Ethiopian, his last name is Kipchoge. He was on pace for this 20 miles in, and at mile 21 started to slip a few seconds. Mile 22, a few more seconds. And by the time he was coming around his last mile, everybody knew they would not break the 2-hour barrier, but everybody also knew that this was the best shot at it that had ever happened. And so when they interviewed him later, he said, the world is 25 seconds away. Super interesting. And so obviously, you know, this whole thing, it's a marketing project strategy by Nike. But what's interesting is let's look at this, right? Because what does this tell us about their marketing and about what they're trying to do? And then how can we apply that to our dental practice? All right, so number one is selling shoes. I mean, let's not forget that first and foremost, this is a marketing strategy designed by Nike to sell more shoes. We all get that. It's not a surprise. It's fine. It's good. Now, so when we're talking about dentistry or your business or your dental practice, marketing is about getting new patients. It's about driving revenue to the practice. We all know that. It's okay. In fact, that's a good thing. All right, so number two is about values alignment. Nike is doing this because they first and foremost, they started off as a shoe company. I mean, that is their roots. Bill Bowerman, the original founder of Nike, created their kind of breakthrough waffle shoe by pressing the soles of those shoes on his wife's waffle press at night and then selling those shoes out of the trunk of his car at track meets. And so his values are originally in increasing athletic performance and taking that to the next level. And so I love this from Nike because it's like getting back to their roots as a company, okay? So does your marketing align with your values? I think that's a great question. It's an important one. A few weeks ago, I was sitting down with an oral surgery practice and we had this conversation because we were looking at their website and I made the statement that it doesn't communicate well to patients. And when they pushed back on it, I said, you know, oral surgery practices, you know, a lot of their patients coming in are wisdom teeth extractions. The average age for those are teenagers or young adults. And so what's the best thing that practice can be communicating through their website? I mean, you have parents of teenagers and young adults whose children are going into surgery, and what they want to know, is my child going to be okay? And I know from your end as the oral surgeon, you're like, man, this is just routine. This is what we do. It's, you know, and that's fine. But as a parent, you're still sending your child to surgery. And so the values that an oral surgery practice should be communicating are confidence and comfort and empathy, and your child's going to be okay. And so do we communicate those values with our marketing? All right, and now number 3 is this is about human advancement. It's about pushing it further. I mean, this is Nike's moonshot attempt. You know, this is Nike's SpaceX colonizing Mars goal. This is Red Bull's skydiving from outer space. This is Nike pushing it and saying what is possible with human advancement. You know, I think advancement is something that's interwoven with dentistry, and it's an easy place to just pick your lane and go for it, you know. And whether that's dental implants or whether that's sleep medicine, it's where is that lane of advancement that you want to get involved in, that you believe in and value and want to champion, and how do we communicate that through our practice, through what we're marketing, through what we're educating patients on. And, you know, I mean, Charles Mayo said in 1958 that the next great advancements in medicine, in preventative medicine, would come from dentistry. And so, advancement, pick your lane and go for it. And last, this is a research and development project by Nike. I mean, I know it's marketing, but think about, this is their shot at creating a Nike athlete. It's not just about the running shoes. Like, we know they're gonna sell millions of dollars in running shoes, but this is about wearable technology. This is about wristbands that monitor heart rate and body temperature. This is about advancement in dry fit fabrics. This is about nutrition and gels and liquids to get that elite performance out of athletes. And so you think about, there's this one event, they're going to make millions of dollars on this one race and this one attempt at breaking the 2-hour marathon, but they're going to make billions of dollars off of the research and the data that they are going to gain from this experiment. Not just with athletic apparel, but think about military contracts, think about healthcare applications. Nike is going to make a ton of money off of this data. And so, you know, one of the reasons I love dentistry is the commitment to continuing education. I mean, dentists value continuing education, and I love that. I mean, sometimes we can almost probably laugh at all the continuing education that is available and that happens, but at the same time, that's what drives us. And so, you know, the last 10 years, we've seen a ton of advancement, a ton of research and development. I mean, from CAD/CAM to CBCT to implants to sleep medicine, so many different amazing areas. And that's, most of those have been within the last decade. Think about the next decade and what that's going to bring to dentistry. And so marketing is not just about making money, it's about the research, it's about the development, it's about the advancement of dentistry. So, is it just hype? I mean, is Nike just pulling off a PR stunt? You know, I hope from this episode you can see that there's a lot actually going on beneath the surface, and there's a lot of strategy and reasons why this is happening. And so the next time that maybe we go to discount the young dentist who came into town with a startup or bought a practice and who's doing a lot of marketing, maybe we, instead of discounting that and talking about it, we look below the surface and realize, hey, there could be some values there. There could be some attempts at advancing dentistry as a whole. And overall, I tend to think those are really, really good things. So, question of the episode, does your marketing line up with the values of your practice? At the end of the day, I think the best marketing are those that communicate your values, it communicates your story, and it does so in a believable way. So that's the question of the episode. The article, if you want to read it, 25 seconds away, that link is down below. Stay tuned for next episode. I think it's going to be a fun one, talking about advancement in dentistry. And then guys, last but not least, if you're looking to follow me online, best place is Instagram, @JoshuaScott. We'll put that up somewhere as well. Jay Moore hates it when I point to places because I feel like, because he just doesn't know where to put it then. So that's happening. Thanks so much for being here for episode 70. Guys, I'll see you next time.